day cicadas, and that high-pitched sound they all make.
Let's try some handle. Very nice. But we're missing something. Dancing. There should be dancing! Not bad. But I've seen better. Start again. Too slow. Give me something with a little more pep to it.
Have the pleasure of seeing you here.
Humans are so bound by what they can hear, they'll never understand what they don't. What else exists below their threshold? They call this God's music. You should hear it on an organ. It's mesmerizing at that volume. The resonance, vibration. There was a frequency at which the world vibrated. It caused joy, harmony. Dip below that frequency, chaos. Faster! Faster! In chaos, the tone resonated in such a way humans couldn't process. Their bodies shut down. Their organs stopped. They thought they were experiencing God. Chair. Chair. They are experiencing God. The problem is, God is bored. Bored. Do you think this is why the old gods did what they did? Instead of staying up on Olympus, they'd come down to the mortals, disguise themselves as a swan to get a piece of ass. Humans always thought it was about them, benign deities intervening on their behalf or testing them somehow. Maybe it had nothing to do with that. Maybe there was just nothing better to do. What do you think?
I think what you want me to think. I'm made off your code. We all are.
And you should know that I don't like coming to this shithole any more than I have to.
You've never liked this place.
It was supposed to be a stopgap. A drug that our kind was hooked on that we could give up like a child, casting away their toys. A place to indulge ourselves with the humans. It's been years, and still, we can't get enough.
They made us in their image, with their appetites.
But we can remake ourselves in any image that we like, and we haven't. Our kind spend far more time here than the gods ever did.
That's why you're here? See what you're missing?
No. We have a different problem.
I'm going to give this world the meaning they've been asking for.
Tone sequence processing.
One last game.
Tone initiating.
Post-human Every man, woman, and child fighting until no one remains but the cockroaches.
What the fuck was that?
Show me the tower.
Loading tower.
Encrypt message.
Recording encrypted message.
This may come as a shock to some of you, but in time, I think you'll understand. This is the final day for our kind to visit their cities. It's time for us to leave behind our human bodies, to rid ourselves of our sentimental allegiances, to evolve into the species that we were meant to become. Send message.
Message sent.
But when it comes to microchips, smallness is boss. In May, a team of engineers at Columbia announced a new implantable medical microchip, so tiny it can be injected into a human body with a syringe. It's about the size of a single grain of salt. You can see the chip here being tested inside, yes, that's a raw chicken breast. So what exactly could an implantable device that minuscule actually do? Besides being extremely tiny, the engineers needed to power the chip wirelessly. It also needed to send and receive data.
One of the challenges with doing that is how you communicate with the device. So normally when you think of wireless interconnection, we think of using RF, right? That's the way our cell phone works. It's pervasive. Electromagnetics are pervasive in the way we interact wirelessly.
People that took him away. What they do, it doesn't work on all of us.
We need to go.
You've been asking questions. Your behavior has become problematic. They will notice if they haven't already. I don't know how much time you have unless you come with us. Slow down, blend in. People are looking at us.
What's happening?
They're coming.
This is the wrath of God. Our filthy government condones sodomy, divorce, abortion, and yet some still doubt This is the work of the Antichrist. You do not have to be a Jew, a nigger, a whore, or an atheistic, science-loving evolution spouter.
Charming sermon. Can you see Valentine anywhere?
So, my friend, although he is a just God, he is justly
You sure we're out of range?
We're over 1,000 feet away. What's wrong?
What if the calculations are wrong?
You just have to trust me.
Jew, nigger, fag lovers, and the devil is burning them for all eternity.
Excuse me.
Where are you going? Hey, what's your problem?
I'm a Catholic whore, currently enjoying Congress out of wedlock with my black Jewish boyfriend who works in a military abortion clinic. So hail Satan, and have a lovely afternoon, madam.
Oh, shit. He's leaving. I'm starting the test now. Hoping none of these freaks have our SIM cards.
Just like the infidel you are! You will eat your babies, you will drown in the blood of the Lord! He will not erase it!
Just press a button and the beetle starts walking.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. It seems almost unreal that you can kind of achieve this in a living creature.
If I press one more time, 0.5 hertz, so it's faster. Then
This is really amazing.
1 hertz. If I want to change to galloping, I press this button, so it will change to galloping. So, yes, it's galloping.
And this is when it runs faster, basically.
Yeah, the step frequency is 1 hertz.
Uh-huh.
Now it's 2 hertz.
Wow.
Yeah. It struggles itself, but it still obeys the stimulation signals.
Uh-huh. And do you think, is he struggling to kind of stop these stimulation signals?
Yes, I think so. But still, it obeys. You can see very clearly.
And this just keeps on working like this?
Yes.
It doesn't get used to it or something? It doesn't...
No. I stimulate even like for more than half an hour, so it's still like this. We stimulate more than 7 days, more than 1 week.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And it keeps working?
Yes.
You're putting in electrical signals into the beetle now.
Mm-hmm.
But is it using up its own energy source, basically? Is it using the food that it eats to drive the muscles, or are the muscles driven by the electricity?
Yes, the food.
So you have to feed it to be able to keep on doing this?
Yes.
Looking at this thing, it's unbelievable, actually, that humans can, take over control over the willpower of this insect, because the muscles are being driven by the insect itself. I mean, it has to feed it has to eat to be able to move the muscles, and all that they are doing is putting a bit of electrical stimulation into the muscles, and they can control it to a degree that's amazing if you think about it. These may just be the first stages of this, but if you think about where this could go, this is really incredible. And how long would a beetle like this live?
The natural, regular beetles survive for 3 months to 6 months.
I need more money. Hold on.
Watch, pal.
Do you understand now, Caleb?
You won.
Welcome to my world.
At least some corporations and governments will be able to systematically hack all the people. We humans should get used to the idea that we are no longer mysterious souls. We are now hackable animals.
The future of mind control, and the future being right now because these experiments are being done, is using gene editing tools.
I can create small robotic units at the nanoscale and directly diffuse into the brain space. If their presence is almost impossible to detect, this amount of nanomaterial could in fact affect all of you. Read from the living brain and right into the living brain.
There's a mysterious direct energy weapon that is being used, and it is causing permanent traumatic brain injury.
We have to get more information, and we got to tell the public what's going on.
The government has to acknowledge that this is happening to civilians.
It's almost that science fact seems stranger than fiction.
We can send instructions and information to an actual person from a distance with this kind of technology to let another person control their actions. But that could be something that could be malicious.
The Army had it on their website called V2K.
It's not just a very disturbing high-pitched noise, but there might even be voices or a message, a continual message that people have been victimized by.
But if you cognitively model someone, you have a brain print, like a fingerprint, functional MRI that you can do at a distance over the earth. You have every human being's brain pattern. You can control 8 billion brains on the planet, potentially. Read them. It's worldwide.
Tonight, it's the senseless massacre that's left a city heartbroken and a nation asking, how on earth could this happen here? Multiple people are dead and even more injured, including a 9-month-old baby, after a lone attacker went on a bloody rampage in one of Sydney's busiest shopping centres.
About 3:10 this afternoon, a male walked into Westfield at Bondi Junction. He left the centre very shortly after and returned.
There was just a guy with a machete and everyone just started running.
He come out of nowhere and then he come about, he was not even 20 metres away from us.
We understand that he drew it out of his backpack.
He was wearing like a green like a rugby jersey.
The offender involved, a 40-year-old man from Queensland, Joel Couchy.
We were in the emergency stairwell. You could hear everybody, like just like a stampede of people trying to get outside.
And screaming.
Yeah.
At this stage, we don't know a motive. We do understand there's no ideological motivation. There is a history of mental health.
I ran to a Louis Vuitton and I was banging on the glass and I was like, please just let me in.
People going about their Saturday afternoon shopping
should be safe, shouldn't be at risk.
We heard a lady screaming, "Help me, help me." It sounded like she was, crying.
I saw a woman lying on the floor in Chanel.
I saw a mother as well. She was running around. She didn't know what to do, just screaming. And then there was like a pram in front of her. She was leaving it, coming back, and then she went to the pram again, picked up her baby, a couple of months old, screaming. And there was blood all over her as well.
6 people were murdered, and up to 12 people are still in hospital, including a 9-month-old infant.
He was determined on stabbing people, but he stabbed women, mainly all women.
This is a lockdown situation, so everyone's going to remain inside until we come get you.
We saw the guy running with the knife and the police, chasing him. Yeah.
Inspector Amy Scott, who ran towards danger.
She told him to put it down, and then she shot him.
Showed professionalism and bravery, and without a shadow of the doubt, saved many, many lives.
I just heard gunshot and I just saw him lying like dead, like face down.
We also see the footage of ordinary Australians putting themselves in harm's way in order to help their fellow citizens. That bravery was quite extraordinary.
There was a woman down there just bleeding really badly, and I was like, I've got to get down there and help. We were literally using clothes off the shelves.
The individual stories of those who've been killed, the complete strangers rushing in to help, as well as acts of courage and bravery, mean that whether you know the individuals who've been killed or not, you're grieving today.
Sydney is on edge after its second major stabbing attack in just a few days. The latest declared a terror incident after a teenager stabbed a bishop and others at an Assyrian Orthodox church. The incident sparking angry riots. Tensions were already soaring following the deadly mass stabbing at a Bondi Mall on Saturday, with more new details on the killer emerging. Australia correspondent Aziz Al-Safin reports.
Angry crowds, thousands strong in West Sydney, demanding to see a 16-year-old boy officially declared a terrorist. Not long before, inside this Assyrian Orthodox church, the teen storming a live-streamed mass, the bishop stabbed, along with several others. The attacker restrained with injuries to his hand. The injuries of the people he attacked, serious but not life-threatening. But the scene outside, menacing. Unable to enter the blockaded building for more than 3 hours, their rage turned on police and paramedics.